Hello everybody, this is Michael, I'm Urza, and we are here to introduce you our project. It's called Free Haven's House.
Yeah.
And
the name before it was SvobodUm.
Yeah, it was SvobodUm. Probably you know, some of you knows it as SvobodUm.
Yeah, it's like
it was
this.
Yeah, it was project of freedom to learn, Svoboda učení, and yeah, and now we bought it with project Free Haven, Svobodný přístav. So it's
still the same.
It's still the same project, but it's changed the owner, let's say.
Did you clean it out of the leftists or what?
I'm the left. He's the right.
I don't think so, because freedom to learn, they are quite all anarcho-capitalists, so this wasn't the point. The Free Haven's House is open to everybody who joined with us the ideas of freedom in learning and teaching, and we are still doing there the retreats, yeah, exactly. Stays. Events. So you all are invited to the next one. It's 23rd of July till 30th of July.
Yeah.
And
there's a public event on the Facebook.
And this event, unlike the others are purely for Czech people. Well, you can come there even if you are not Czech, but everybody is talking there just Czech. But in this at this event, it's Czech and English even, so you can come there, and we will be glad to meet you there.
23 till 30th.
Yes, exactly. You can find it if you have Facebook accounts. No. So.
Doesn't matter. Me too.
Okay, so you can find it on the web page, which is doom.urza.cz.
Or there is a shorter version, svobodum.cz.
Yeah.
The old domain, and it's in English. You can here switch to English.
It's dum.urza.cz. This is the address.
Yeah, and here you can find the registration form, Google form to register.
Do you have any other events before or after?
Yes, there will be other events, but they are quite in Czech language, so you can come there, of course, but you could be there maybe alone who is not Czech, if you don't mind. We absolutely don't mind.
Yeah, we have the reopening weekend.
Yes.
From 6 to 8 May, so it's in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks you can come to the opening, and hold the point. Do you want to say something more about the events, or we can go to the point of the project?
Maybe a little bit about the world schooling event, if somebody is interested to say a few words. Okay.
Can I say something about it? I was there in 2019 when you organized it the first time, and it was really wonderful, and the whole family remember it. Like, we have really happy memories, and I've been telling all our friends about it, and it was a super nice event. I can really recommend it.
That's great to hear.
But I can't, because we're gonna have a baby on the 4th of July.
I see.
Around, so it's not possible this time.
I suppose the world schooling will be every year, so you can come the next year or the year after.
Just for a weekend.
During the retreat. But we prefer the whole term. Yeah, so you can write down and register, and you will see if there will be some available space, because we don't know yet, and we prefer people for the whole stay, for the whole week.
But if you
come just for visit or something.
If you submit the registration, we can let you know if there will be space for just few days. But
here is a report from Caroline, but without photos. sure.
I don't know what happened, sorry.
Yeah, there was about last time in 2019, 3 years ago. Holy shit! So long time. Yeah, and there was about 90 people, I think, from all around the world.
I think 95.
95 or something, yeah. People from the US, Swedish people from India, and all around the world. It was quite nice, yeah. And a lot of people like from different social status, like very expensive cars with BMW, or some people who are just traveling in a South American jungle for $1 for a day or something. So it was very nice to together with different people from different parts of the world and social groups. Yeah, and it's more like a informal program, or the retreat is like people are really gathering, and there is a lot of informal time just to spend together, to network and to know each other. There is just a little bit formal program, just some workshops, like 1 or 2 workshops a day or something.
But mostly the workshops are done by the people who are there as a guest. So this is not like we are making the program for you. It's like it's self-directed education and event, so everybody can do the program for anybody. So you are just welcome to, if you know something what you want to pass to the people, you can tell us, and you can have their workshops or presentations, lessons, or whatever. And maybe it's needed to say that this time it's mixed for foreign people and for Czech people, because we are starting again after COVID and after the change of ownership. It's like it was the Freedom to Learn project, now it's the Free Havens project. It's basically still done by 2 of us, but we have to do a lot of things again. So the first event is mixed for Czech people and English people, like for foreign people talking English.
And maybe it could be interesting for people who are traveling with the children or are interested in self-directed education. Last time there was Lainey Liberty. She's really like a guru of world schooling, and she's organizing a lot of events internationally in Mexico and in Asia and stuff like that. And she was attending with her son last time. It was really inspiring for the people to meet together and share their experiences with unschooling or world schooling and traveling and stuff like that. So,
do you have any questions to this event, to this retreat? If you want to know anything, you can ask, and if not, we can continue talking about the project itself.
Yeah.
Maybe talk a bit about the location.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks like just by the Polish border, yeah?
Yes, it's next to the Polish border.
Maybe if you can introduce.
Okay,
Jindřichovice, or is it?
it's Jindřichovice pod Smrkem. It's a quite small village at the north of the Czech Republic. It's really close to the Polish borders, and the place is great because there is really nice nature. You can go there for walks, and there's a lot of things to do. There are mountains, and it's really beautiful place, which is quite out of the towns or cities. It's really just small village, and moreover it's just on the edge of the small village, so we are probably the last house at that site.
Yeah, and it's near the Polish and German borders, so it's really easy to travel to some interesting places in Poland or in Germany. So it's like a little bit outside of civilization and like 140 kilometers from Prague, but you can really go further to abroad, and it's near the Jizera mountains, so it's a lot of nice places without with not so many tourists. It's more like a quiet area, a lot of nature around.
Yeah, that's quite great that you can meet there quite only the people from this event, because there is quite nobody else coming there. Like, of course, you can meet there somebody, but it's really rare, and we are there just almost alone in nice nature.
And we are here on the edge of the village, so there are no houses around, so you can have a party like till the morning with the children or something.
And that's great for the kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long and cold are the winters?
How cold? As usual in Czech Republic, it's not cold.
I think it's a bit colder than average. Definitely colder than Prague.
Yeah, but it's
few degrees. Okay. You wanted to ask Caroline?
Yeah, I just wanted to add that the last time we were in Lindyhovice, Michal saved us because we were locked out of Czech Republic, and there was this time that we had the hard lockdowns and all of the roads were blocked, and we asked Michal for help. He sent us like some directions of some field that we can drive on with the car, and he came and met us there and helped us get through the field, like on a road or anything. So for that purpose, it's really good as well. It's quite anonymous to
yes, it is.
There, I guess.
Can we buy the whole village?
Maybe we are trying. We need more time and
how
more money.
How old are the inhabitants? What's the average age?
It's another topic because my wife, they are starting just a new party in the village to govern it and with other people.
To overtake it.
Yeah.
So, some other question? Any other questions? Okay.
The average price of a property there, you know.
Average price, yeah, it went really higher. Like if you,
I suppose few million crowns.
Yeah, it's last house is selling for 5 million.
Oh, so it's gone up a bit.
Like a really small cottage.
In a bad state.
It's in good condition, but it's really small. So it's now it's about from 3 to 7 millions to buy Czech crowns to buy a house in Lindyhovice at this moment.
But Lindyhovice, I heard it's a bit cheaper than many places in Czech Republic.
It is.
Yeah.
You are right. Oh, that's also why we are there, because we couldn't afford such a house in the nature, which would be in some better position to Prague. But we prefer to buy something which is in the nature and at the end of the village, even if it's quite far away from Prague. So, if you don't have any other questions, we will tell you something about the project itself. We bought this project to make it as a base or laboratory for self-directed education, and from the beginning the plan was that we will build some community there, community of parents with kids who can be there and learn the kids by the self-directed way. And from the beginning it was quite hard to make some community there. We believed that it will be faster, but it was quite a slow process. But now we can even say that there is some community already, and in this house there are quite all the time living people who are somehow part-time living, who are somehow familiar with the self-directed education and this thought. Those people are very different from each other, so it's not just leftists are away. It's not like that. It's quite open for people with any political opinion, because the thing which is connecting us is the attitude to kids and to the self-directed education. I'm anarcho-capitalist, and also the owner of the Free Haven, which is the owner of this project, is anarcho-capitalist institution, but the point of this project is mainly the education. So we are accepting anybody who is willing to share this with us. It's not like
who is accepting our like core values,
yes.
aggression principle or something like that.
So yes, exactly like that. Like the project, the house and the property is we are following their non-aggression principle, which is one of the basis of anarcho-capitalism. But anybody who can accept this, like not be attacking the others and so on, is welcome there, regardless of their political values, because we are quite not political institution. And of course we are, as anarcho-capitalists, we are, for example, not getting any money from the state or European Union and so on. So we are purely commercial project, and we are living from
and voluntary.
And voluntary, exactly. So we are purely voluntary and private project, and we are living.
There are some people who, for example, don't have money to pay or something. They can volunteer.
Yes, exactly.
Do something for the others to exchange for their stay or the attendance or something. Yeah, so we can discuss every time to find some solution for the people who don't have money or something.
Quite everything is open to discussion. We have to earn money. We are earning at first from the events there, and at second from the people who are living there. We are also renting it commercially to anybody who wants it. Now there are some Ukraine families, refugees who retreated from the war, so they are there for free, but we somehow have to manage the financial situation of the house, because we need to earn the money, because we don't want to take anything from the state or something like that.
Or maybe I'm just thinking about, maybe some people are not so interested in self-directed education or some family retreats, but you can organize some events also, because we are renting for the some commercial companies for the team buildings or something. So there can be some win-win solution. It couldn't be just for the children or for families, but it could be also for some companies.
Also, part of our vision is that we are presenting thoughts which are quite taboos in our society, like not welcome. So, for example, if you have some program that you would want to, I don't know, do program about, I don't know, but also about drugs or whatever, weapons or whatever, which is somehow controversial, you can come to us and we can agree about that, because quite everything there is open to discussion, and we are very free to agree with quite anybody who would respect our values.
And the property.
And property, exactly. So,
how many people can fit there?
Can fit there, yeah. Like regularly in the SvobodUm or in the event, because
I mean, if you rent it out for using some commercial event, how many you can count with how many people there?
Yeah, because it's a little bit complicated, because we have SvobodUm, like the main cottage or the main building. It's like for 14 people to sleep during the night. Then there are the bungalows for
another 12 people,
and also we are renting the next boarding house for other like 30 people or something for the bigger events. For example, the summer retreat, the world schooling gathering. It's like for to 100 people or something. So because we have also like a big land of 2 hectares.
Yeah, it's plus there is a big room in the SvobodUm in the main facility. There is big room. Like the people wouldn't have there so much. I'm sorry, I'm very dumb with English today. Soukromí, privacy. So the people wouldn't have so much privacy there, but there can fit a lot of people. So, for example, there can be at this property, I don't know, 30 people quite comfortably, or 40 people quite hardly, plus another 30.
Tents and caravans.
Yeah,
people
plus
are staying like outside in the tents or caravans.
Yeah, so you can
different options.
It's 60 beds.
60
You said
beds.
plus
With
40
the
plus
boarding
80 or
house.
something like
Yeah,
that?
it's like 50 beds with the boarding house, but it's not our property because SvobodUm is like 26 beds together in our building.
Okay.
26, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But boarding house and other people outside. It depends on which event. If you want just to rent our SvobodUm, it's like 26 beds together in the main building and the bungalows together.
The last year there was like 80 people for that World Cooling retreat, but a lot of them were at the garden because they brought their caravans and tents and so on. So it was manageable like this, and we also can rent there some toys to ensure the toilets. So it's quite open. If you would be interested to make there some action, you can write us and we can agree.
And during the day, because there is like 2 big rooms, the meditation and the dining room, and it's like for 50 people or something during the day, because we have time to time there are some weddings or something, or some team buildings or something. So.
And I'm very happy that the community is really there, and it's quite created there, because
it's still on the beginning.
It's still on the beginning, but on the other hand, it's like we believe that this will be faster, because the Freedom to Learn project, we bought it like 2018 or what, or something like that, and we were a bit believing that it will be like in a year or 2, but
then the COVID.
Yeah, then the COVID and so on. But we are going on, and it's looks good.
Yeah, it's still growing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if somebody is interested in self-directed education, or if you know Summerhill or unschooling, or are you more in the libertarian thoughts, or Caroline? Yeah. Because it's really connected. Yeah, it's because we had like a lot of discussions in, for example, the Freedom to Learn NGO, because there are like two main roots of this movement. It's like a libertarian thinking, and also connected with the self-directed education as unschooling and stuff like that. Because in the beginning, for me, it was personally the first step, because when I had the first child, it was like, I want to bring more freedom to my children, but I have to start with myself, with my approach in parenting. So for me, it was like the first step to the libertarian movement, because on the first step I found Peter Gray and Freedom to Learn in English, and started to study this psychology about self-directed education. So for me, this was more important than the libertarian movement.
I think that the basics of the self-directed education is to take care of yourself and build some environment for your kid to let it grow, and not try to form the kid, push them and tell them what to do. But I think that there's really important part to work with yourself as with a parent, because at first the kids are mainly learning by
themselves.
By themselves, but I thought learning by they are seeing what you are doing and they are repeating it. So the basic is, if you want the kid to be whatever, just you work with yourself and let the kid to decide. This is probably the whole thing in a nutshell. And as you said, that there's also the, let's say, libertarian part. It's like it depends on the country, but in this country, in Czech Republic, the self-directed education is illegal. You just,
it depends. Unschooling without
unschooling
testing,
without
there are some free democratic schools.
Yeah, you have. It's better and better because we have some free democratic schools in Czech Republic, and they are growing. They are like much more. I think that there is like 15 to 20 of them at Czech Republic. There is also Association of Freedom and Democratic Schools, so this is nice, and I think that most of them was created like at last 10 years or something like that. So this is really good. On the other hand, the law in Czech Republic is still that you quite can't do pure unschooling here
without evaluation.
Without evaluation tests and so on. So, for example, the Czech school law is still forcing all the teachers to evaluate the kids, which is quite in contrary with the self-educated learning, when you are just leaving the kid be and let it grow and find what it wants.
But it's still better than other European countries, as in Germany, because
it depends.
In Germany it's totally illegal to homeschool your children.
It depends very much on the country.
Or Sweden.
Yeah, so the libertarian part is mainly about separating the education system from the state, or at least for the beginning let the state to make it legal any school you want, or school which is quite based on unschooling, like just center for the kids where they can go and be themselves without some forcing or evaluating or anything like that. So this is just the basics of the of our efforts in the self-education, in the self-directed education. So I think, because Paulo said that he needs to leave soon, and he has also speech here.
Yeah, so I want just to add one thing. It's because a lot of people are thinking that freedom is just about, hey, I can do what I want, but there are a lot of discussions and making decision about the responsibility, because it's really important to be with the children in a community. It means that we are in a partnership, we are at the same level, but nobody is higher.
Not even the kid, of course. Because some people are feeling it like self-directed education is that the kid can do whatever it wants and the parent is slave of the kid, which is also not that. We believe that the parent shouldn't be above the kid, but also not under the kid. They should be equal, because this is probably the only way how the kid can grow and learn to connect equal relationships. Because if you grow the kid in the relationship which is not equal, there is no way how the kid can learn to make equal relationships then when it's grow up. So the equality is really important in this.
Yeah. And it takes a lot of time to discuss and make
and a lot of work,
and a lot of work behind. It's not like that, but
exactly.
Yeah, we are trying to, for example, to make the decisions like consensual.
Yes, consensual. Yes.
And it take like a lot of time to discuss everything.
What have you learned from this community or from this interaction that was, for example, something valuable or something?
What we learned?
Approach, yeah.
I can say that I learned that the kids are much more responsible and much more, let's say, they know what to do if you let them. I mean, the more I see this approach, the more I trust to the kids themselves, because I think that as long as you are forming the kid all the time, the kid is not taking the responsibility, but when you treat it as equal, it can take the responsibility much sooner than I thought. This is what I learned from there.
Yeah, and maybe I'm still learning most things from the failures and from the mistakes. So that the learning process is never ending. We are learning every day from the feedback, not what's written somewhere or from some dogmas, but we are living together, and we are like, we have like a lot of conflicts and stuff like that, and this is for me the main core of the learning process in the SvobodUm.
I grew up.
There are no like rules forever. We can change everything, and so the children can. So this is the most important things to learning from making decisions, and we can change it.
I grew up 3 kids, and when it was happening, people were telling me that it's too much freedom there. But as I see it now, I would do it even much more free than I did. Like back then I didn't know so much about the self-directed education, and even if the people were calling me a very liberal parent, now I would do it different, and I would do it much more liberal, because I think that the kids can take much more responsibility as long as you let them to.
Yeah, I see it as an investment, like the time that you put into the children when they can grow up in this free way. When you have some conflict, there's an issue, and you talk about things because you want to have their consent to do things, and you explain why things are like this, and maybe they come with some counter argument, and then you're not always right, or but yeah, then you teach the children how to look at things and solve problems, and how to like why we do things, rather than just pressing it on them, and then maybe they have some internal conflict or get angry with you or something like that.
Exactly.
Like you put a lot of time into explaining things.
Yes.
A lot. Like we wouldn't do it if the children were in school in the same way.
That's very much true, and I think that as you have to explain, you can learn a lot by that, like yourself. So, do you have any questions? Because I want to let Paolo talk, because he needs to leave.
Right now, but we'll see you at LibertyCon, I guess.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Great.
Are you both
So,
coming there, or
No.
no?
No.
I will be there. I will have there some speech, and I will also have there some place for the free haven where we will be talking with people and sell stuff and so on. So you can come.
I have a free spare ticket. I bought 2 tickets, and my husband can't come, so if anyone wants, you can have that one.
Okay. So thank you very much. I'm sorry for my English today, because it was somehow really terrible for me. But thank you for coming, and I hope we will meet at the World retreat on July.
For the open day, was it the 7th of May?
7th of May, yeah. Open day is 7th of May. Everybody can come just for 1 day. You don't need to even register for that. You can just come, and there will be the opening. There will be.
If you can write down an email, because we have to order some food for the party or something.
And there will be also free lunch, even if we are libertarians. We will give you free lunch.
Free lunch.
No free lunch.
So thank you, and have a nice day.